Hi, welcome to Pharma Topics channel, which aims at simplifying the pharmacy subjects and allied health sciences subjects, and to help the students who are preparing for competitive exams, particularly GPAT exams, make it easier for the students to understand the concepts. Today, our topic of discussion is monoclonal antibodies. Usually, monoclonal antibodies have four parts. One is it contains a prefix, but that prefix varies from monoclonal antibody to monoclonal antibody, so that is not constant. So next is the target system where it is working. So it may target a bacterial cell or a viral cell or a fungal cell, or it may be given as an antidote for a toxin of a bacteria. It may be given for muscular treatments, or it may be given for neurological treatments. So the bacterial infections, when it is given, the monoclonal antibody nomenclature will have BAC in its name, VI for viral, FUNG for fungal infections, TOX will be there in the nomenclature for the monoclonal antibodies given as antitoxins, MU for muscular diseases, and those monoclonal antibodies given for neurological diseases will have NE in its nomenclature. And for bone related monoclonal antibodies, S will be present in the nomenclature. For colon, it will be COL. For mammary glands or breast, it will be MA. For vascular, it will be VA in its nomenclature. And for interleukins, it will be IL, KIN. And for immune suppressants, they will have LI or TU in their nomenclature. Both of them are used for autoimmune disorders and different types of cancers. And for platelets and clotting factors, they have CI in their nomenclature. This is followed by where the source of the monoclonal antibody is. If it is a human source, it will have U in its nomenclature. For mouse, it will be O. For rat, it will be A. For primates, it will be I. For chimeric sources, that is two different species, when they are mixed together, then it is Xi. And chimeric but humanized means it is Izu. Humanized rat mouse hybrid will have ZooAXO in its nomenclature. These things will be followed by a suffix, that is monoclonal antibody, that is MAB. So there will be a prefix, there will be a target system, there will be a source, and followed by a suffix. So this is the nomenclature of the monoclonal antibodies. So let us see some examples. So for bacterial infections, a monoclonal antibody named Panobacumab. That means BAC will be related to bacterial, U will be related to human source, given for Pseudomonas aeruginosa infection. The next is viral palivizumab, given for respiratory syncytial virus infections, contains the letter VI. Then U is related to human source. Then fungal efungumab, given for invasive candidiasis. Bezlotoxumab, given for Clostridium difficile toxicity, and Oblitoxaximab, given for anthrax toxicity. XI, the Oblitoxaximab contains XI, it is chimeric form of the monoclonal antibody. Let us see another examples. Solanezumab contains NE, that is neurological, given for Alzheimer's disease. The next is donizumab, which is a rank L inhibitor given for treatment of osteoporosis, contains the letter S. Then for colon cancer, edrocolomab and nacolomab containing COL, given for colon cancer. Then for mammary glands, ertomaxomab contains MA, given for treatment of mammary gland or breast cancer. Other examples are vascular, contains the letter VA, bevacizumab, given for colorectal and renal cell carcinoma. Muscular contains MU, stamulumab, given for muscular dystrophy. Then ovary, all the monoclonal antibodies related to ovary contains the letter GOV in it, in its nomenclature, given for ovarian cancer. Then for prostate cancer, capromab contains PRO for treatment of prostate cancer. Then the interleukins, they all the monoclonal antibodies related to interleukins will have IL or KIN in their nomenclature. Canakinumab is targeting IL-1 given for treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. Basiliximab given for IL-2 receptor agonist given for kidney transplant. Dupilumab is targeting IL-4 given for atopic dermatitis. Tocilizumab is very famous nowadays in the COVID era, given for reducing the cytokine release syndrome. It is otherwise given for systemic lupus erythematosus and other autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid arthritis. Ustekinumab targets IL-12. It is given for treatment of multiple sclerosis. Ixekizumab given for treatment of psoriasis, which targets IL-17. The next set is LI, means remember that lowers immunity. Daxilizumab given for multiple sclerosis contains LI. Resilizumab given for severe asthma, it targets IL-5. Then ocrelizumab targets CD20 given for treatment of breast cancer and multiple sclerosis. Ipilimumab targets CD22 given for metastatic melanoma. Infliximab, certolizumab and vedolizumab are all targeting the TNF alpha receptors. They are given for Crohn's disease. There is another set called LU that is also lowering the immunity. They have three targets, IL-6, 17 and programmed death ligand 1, sarilumab, brodalumab and durvalumab. Sarilumab given for rheumatoid arthritis and transplants, brodalumab given for plaque psoriasis and durvalumab given for urothelial cancer. The next is a broader set is 2. So any monoclonal antibody containing 2 is given for different T cells, CD20, CD22, and they are given for rheumatoid arthritis, B cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, breast cancer, systemic lupus erythematosus, Wegener's disease, and hairy cell leukemia. You can see the examples which you can remember. And they also target CD30, 33, 52, human epidermal growth factor 2, epidermal growth factor, IgE, omalizumab is a famous monoclonal antibody given for treatment of bronchial asthma, and IL-6 is siltuximab given for Castleman's disease, which is related to inflammation of the lymph nodes present in the thorax and the chest. Then platelets, all the monoclonal antibodies related to platelets, they contain the letter CI in their nomenclature. Examples are abciximab given as an antiplatelet drug, and cabazizumab which targets the von Willebrand factor given for thrombocytopenia purpura, and emcizumab given for hemophilia A treatment. Then lenalidomide is given for hereditary angioedema related to bradykinin, uh, uh, which inhibits the breakdown of bradykinin, and alirocumab and evolocumab are given for treatment of familial hypercholesterolemia. There are no drugs till now for familiar hypercholesterolemia, but now new monoclonal antibodies have been launched. They reduce the familial hypercholesterolemia treatment. And you can remember the monoclonal antibodies given for prophylaxis of migraine. You can remember man can run. There are three monoclonal antibodies which are present in the market. They are calcitonin gene related peptide antagonists, fremanezumab, galcanezumab and eranumab. Your code word is man-can-rin, that is RAN. These mAbs are given for treatment of, that is prophylaxis of migraine. And there are some co-stimulator inhibitors. They They come with the name of sept, abatacept, bilatacept given for rheumatoid arthritis and transplant. They are CD80 and 86. Aflibercept given for macular degeneration. It is targeting the vascular endothelial growth factor. And etanercept is widely used as a TNF alpha inhibitor for systemic lupus erythematosus. I hope I have given a nutshell of all the monoclonal antibodies. It will be useful for you. Share with your friends. Happy learning. Kindly subscribe to our channel to put more videos related to the GPAT and your regular subjects. Thank you.